All right, so I got to tell you guys a story, right? This is a funny story. And this is why I love being a New Yorker, right? So the other day I'm looking online for some cocktail recipes, right? And I come across one that uses Punt. And I don't have any in my bar right now. So I'm like, all right, let me go buy a bottle, right? Because I really want to try this cocktail. So anyway, I go to my local wine shop, right? I know the guy, he knows me. I've been there a million times. But I noticed that he's not at the register today. So I'm like, all right, not a big deal. I know what his stuff is. So I walk to the back with all the sweet vermouths and stuff I kept. And I noticed there's no Punt. So then I look at the Amaro section, because sometimes it's over there, and I notice there's none there either. So I go, all right, let me ask the guy at the register if he knows where the Punt is. So I go up to the guy and say, listen, pal, do you know if you have any Punt, where it is, what's going on? I kid you not, the guy looks at me like I got horns on my head, and he goes, what the f is a Punt? I kid you not, I literally shit myself. I found that so funny. I start laughing. The guy at the register starts laughing. Everybody's laughing. There's a customer in the back. She's laughing. She might just be crazy. She's laughing to herself. But anyway, everybody's laughing. But what that reminded me was that, cocktail enthusiasts like myself and you guys who are watching, sometimes we take for granted that, ingredients like Punt or whatever that might seem very common to us, a lot of people don't know what the hell it is. I mean, even a guy working at the wine shop had no idea what it was. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this is why I make a lot of these videos where I make a couple of cocktails using ingredients that are either lesser known or just an opportunity for me to teach people a little bit about the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about Punt, because I think it's important that you know what you're drinking before you drink it, right? Now, Punt was created back in 1870 in Turin, Italy, right? And it was created by the House of Campari. Now, these are the people who were credited with inventing the modern style of vermouth back in like the 1700s. So the story goes that this stockbroker walked into the Campari wine bar and he ordered his usual vermouth. But he asked for it to be made a little more bitter this day. He said, un punto e mezzo, which in Italian means 1.5 points. And apparently, this was a reference to the 1.5 point gain that the market had made that day. And then boom, Punt is born. You know what I'm saying? And Punt basically meaning 1.5. I mean, who knows how true the story is, but I wasn't there, so I can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? So here's the what makes Punt different from a traditional sweet vermouth. Well, Punt is technically a sweet vermouth, but it doesn't really act like a traditional sweet vermouth. I mean, this stuff has a lot of dark notes of caramel, very herbal backbone, has a strong quinine bitterness, and I personally pick up a lot of dry fruit and cola. And stylistically, I would say it falls somewhere between like my favorite vermouth, Capano Antica, and like an entry-level Amaro like Montenegro. But one thing I can tell you is that this stuff was made for cocktails. I mean, it has a really good backbone. It holds up really, really well in cocktails. So that's why today I'm gonna make you guys 2 cocktails using this stuff. But before I do, I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you can help Vino feed the hungry algorithm. And make sure you stick around because we're about to boogie down. All right, so look, both of the cocktails that I'm making for you guys today are going to be very complex. I mean, they've got a ton of ingredients, and that can go one way or the other, to be honest with you. But I have very good confidence in both of these recipes, okay? Specifically, this first one because it is made by my pal, Frederic Yarm, who you guys probably know from his fantastic cocktail blog, The Cocktail Virgin. Let us look at what is in the sauce, all right? So this bad boy is called the Mexico City Blues. And the ingredients are your mole bitters, which are going to give it a little bit of that Mexican flair, a little bit of chocolate notes there too, maybe a little coffee as well. And then we're going to use some Dom Benedictine, which is going to get you some really nice herbal notes, a little bit of honey notes in that as well. And then we have our Braulio, which really, those are those alpine notes that you get from Braulio, obviously Amaro as well. And then the Punt, which again, the Punt is going to give you more herbal. It's going to give you some caramel, some quinine. It's really going to hold up here. And then your gin, which is going to give you botanicals. We're using Beefeater, which you guys, if you've had gin, you probably have Beefeater. You know what to expect. And then we're going to use some Los Amantes Mezcal. And the Mezcal is going to give you some nice smoky notes as well, right, folks? So many things going on here. Really, really exciting. Let's go ahead and make this bad boy. All right, so the second cocktail I'm gonna make for you guys is called Night Nurse, and this is created by Robby Dow. And this is the recipe that actually made me go out there and get a bottle of Punt because it just sounded so fantastic. I said, I have got to try this. Now this one, if you thought the last one had a lot of ingredients, I mean, this forget about it. This is nuts. This is like half my bar. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be using some banana liqueur. I've got my homemade banana liqueur here, which is absolutely delicious, perfect banana notes in it. Then we'll use some coffee liqueur. I'm going to use some Kahlua. We're going to be using my favorite Amaro of them all, Cynar. Of course, our Punt. And then we're going to use Campari. You guys know what Campari does. And then we're going to be using 2 Jamaican rums. Okay, we're going to be using an aged Jamaican rum. I'm going to be using some Appleton 8. And then we're going to use an OP, an overproof Jamaican rum. And I'm going to be using Ray and Nephew, right, folks? So this one has a lot going on, and it sounds so freaking interesting. And we're going to go ahead and make that bad boy right now. All right, folks, so there we have it, our 2 What the is Punt cocktails. And let's go ahead and give these bad boys a sippy sip. I'm super excited to try them, like I said, because there is so much going on. I mean, this is probably the most ingredients I've ever used on 2 cocktails since I've been doing YouTube. Anyway, so first let's try my pal Frederic Yarm's Mexico City Blues. Now this one has the mole bitters, it has the Benedictine, Braulio, the Punt, gin, and the Mezcal, okay? Cheers. Oh, that's delicious. That is so good, guys. You know, the mole bitters actually really show up in this one. I mean, it's only 2 dashes, and considering there's so much other stuff going on, but you're really getting, the Braulio is probably front and center. I mean, those delicious alpine notes, but I mean, the smokiness of the Mezcal, you're getting that really kind of like on the back end. You're getting some slight botanicals between the gin, a little bit of the herbalness also coming from the Punt. Very nice. Oh, this is delicious stuff here. Yeah. Even like on that second sip, that was on my third, I don't remember what number it was, but a little more of the maybe like the honey and stuff. A lot of herbalness going on here between the Benedictine and the Punt and the Braulio, and even a little bit of that like I said, the gin with the botanicals and stuff like that. Absolutely fantastic. All right, now again, this is the one that I actually went even out to buy this stuff for, the Punt, all right? And this is the Night Nurse, all right? So I'm very excited. And as you saw, this has a ton of stuff. What do we have? Our coffee liqueur, banana liqueur, Cynar, our OP rain Jamaican rum, our aged Jamaican rums, Campari, Punt. I mean, forget about it. They should call this the kitchen sink. All right, here you go. Cheers. Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. I got 2 bangers today, guys. Oh my God. Oh, these are both absolutely fantastic. This is remarkable, by the way. Oh my God. The banana coming through here between the 2 Jamaican rums and the banana liqueur. I mean, this is a very banana forward cocktail. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, especially like on Instagram, you know, 2026 has been kind of like the year of the banana liqueur, banana flavor. I mean, it is like every recipe has it. And so this is the first one I'm making probably this year. I think I made a couple actually, but this is the first I made on YouTube. And I gotta tell you, I can see why it's the spirit of the year. I mean, it's so delicious, man. You forget how good banana liqueur is. I mean, if you like bananas, of course. Oh yeah. You know, you get a little bit of that bitterness from the Campari, but it's definitely a banana forward, herbal, bitter, with the coffee liqueur also adding some bitterness. You don't necessarily taste coffee, but you definitely taste bitterness that the coffee liqueur is adding. It's only a bar spoon, so it's not too much. Anyway, guys, look, Two absolute bangers. If you don't know what the Punt is, you need to go out there and get yourself a bottle because it's a very delicious style of sweet vermouth. Make these two bad boys here, Frederic, Yarm, Robby Dow. You will not be disappointed, right, folks? Anyway, look, if you like today's video, please press like, please subscribe, and please share with your family and friends. Remember, sharing is caring, and when life gives you lemons, make yourself a cocktail. Cheers.